Hey, alto saxophones. This is your instructional video for chromatic number 3. It is really important that when we're practicing that you do some maintenance. So that means doing things like mark words, playing songs that you know. But now we also have to teach us some new skills and some new music. So that way we are not just staying stagnant, that we're always improving. So unfortunately, I do not have a saxophone. So I'm going to do the best I can with my bubble wand. So for chromatic number 3, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it on the trumpet. So if you can look at your notes on chromatic number 3 and everything is good to go, you don't really need to watch this video. But here is something if you need some instruction. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play it so that way you know what it sounds like, okay? So take a look at your music, and here is what it will sound like. Okay, so that is what we're going for. So your first note is going to be an E. So what you're going to do is you're going to have your octave key down, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So let's go ahead and go E. Okay, play that again. Make sure you're using faster. And imagine instead of blowing down to your saxophone, you're blowing straight across. E. Okay, now the next note is an F. So all you need to do is pick up your bottom note. So we go E, F. Do that again. Make sure your octave key is down on the bottom. E, F. Now here is going to be the tricky one. You have an F sharp. Yes, you can play F sharp, 1, 2, 3 middle, and that is the correct fingering. But when we are doing chromatic, we want to do the fork F sharp. So what that means is there's going to be a button over here. It's not the palm keys that you use for your side C or your B flat. It's going to look like a little key that's in between them. That one is called fork F. So you're going to keep your F down and push that one with your side. All right, so we're going to go E, F, F sharp, that's forked, and then finally high G. Let's do that much again. Make sure that if you want to practice, you can go ahead and pause the video if you want. You can go back and watch it a couple more times. So on chromatic number 3, here's the first 3 measures. We have E, F, forked F sharp, G. Let's do that much again. Ready, and E, F, F sharp, G. Now, if you want to practice that a couple more times, go ahead and press pause, or we can finish up the last 2 measures. So for the last 2 measures, all we need to do is come back down. So your octave key is down, you have your high G. So you go G, and then it's going to say G flat, but that is the enharmonic to our F sharp. So they are the same sounding pitches, the same fingerings, but they just have different names for different cases and scenarios in music. So just like my friends don't call me Miss Snap, they call me Megan, and you guys call me Miss Snap, I'm the same person with 2 types of names. So depending on what's going on in the music, you might see some G flats. Most likely saxophones we're going to see F sharps more commonly, but just so you know it exists. So we have our G, then we have our G flat, that's fork. So you have your first finger down in this. Then you have F, E. So let's go ahead and do that again. We have high G, G flat, F, E. So let's go ahead and let's try to play all of chromatic number 3. So we're going to start with our octave key down. We have E, F, F sharp on the side, G, G. We have G flat, same as F sharp, F, E. Go ahead and get your saxophone again. I'm going to play it on trumpet so you can play it with me. All right, here we are. 1 and 2 and number 3. right. Thank you, alto saxophones. I look forward to seeing your virtual lessons. Bye.